Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Dollar Rupee Saga. Today we are going to be talking about the rupee, one of the most important currencies in the world. On Friday, the rupee appreciated against the US dollar. However, post-weekend, even today, we saw the rupee depreciated by almost over 100 paise against the US dollar. What changed over the weekend? Now let's take a look at what caused this. According to PTI, FIIs were net sellers in the capital market on Monday. This could be due to the hawkish temperament of Federal Reserve members, the interest rate hikes by ECB and the Bank of England in the coming days, and the Federal Reserve continuing to reduce the size of its securities portfolios. I have discussed this several times in my previous episodes. If you missed my earlier videos, I would recommend you go through those videos on my YouTube channel. The hawkish comments reminds us that the quantitative tightening among the major economies is not over yet. This has resulted in capital flows typically flowing out of emerging markets like India, for example, and foreign currency reserves depleting in emerging markets as they try to defend their weakening currency when central banks engage in quantitative tightening. Foreign investors and companies shift their investments to safer assets like government bonds or any other countries with better prospects considered as safe haven. However, with China reopening, there is a higher chance of many of these investments finding better returns outside of India. DAVOS event, which happened over the weekend, had a similar tone. Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director of IMF, and Bruno Le Maire, the Minister of Economy, Finance and Recovery of France, both had positive comments about China during the Davos 2023 summit. So there could be some good and some bad news for us on the horizon. Now listen to what Kristalina had to say about China.
What has improved is the prospect for China to boost growth. Let's remember last year, 22, China registered for the first time in 40 years lower growth rate than the global average. Never happened in 4 decades. Now, with the reopening of China, we expect growth this year to again exceed global average. We project 2.7% for the world. This may be corrected somewhat in a couple of days. For China, we project 4.4%.
And this is what Bruno Le Maire had to say about China during Davos 2023.
No fragmentation, but more cooperation. No trade war, as Larry said, but just a fair competition. Competition is a good thing for all of us. No new war, but engagement of all countries, including China. China cannot be out. China must be in. And you know that this is the difference of view that we have between the US and Europe. We don't want to oppose China. We want to engage China, and we want China to obey by the same rules, on intellectual property, on the level playing field, on the access to markets. This is our policy, and that's a good thing that we can have different views.
So there you have it. That's all for this episode, but stay tuned for more insights. Thank you for watching.